We know that El Nino may have caused a bit of a slow start to the Atlantic hurricane season. Now, the question is, with meteorological fall only a couple weeks away, we're going to see what that might mean going forward, in particular to the Northeast.
Yeah, a lot of people want to know the winter. I've had a lot of tweets about the winter. Farmer's Almanac comes out the other day. All of a sudden, it's trending because they gave the information on their winter. Our company, WSI, also belonging to the weather company, has an outlook for the winter. Okay, and I don't know if they put that out yet, but Dan Leonard here to join us this morning. Dan, good to see you this early. Let's talk about this. What are you guys thinking for the winter? Any insight?
Yeah, no official forecast yet, Jim, but I will say this. In a typical El Nino year, so let's look back at analog years. 1997 comes to mind, also 1982, 83. Those two were the two big El Nino years that we have to compare to. Now, in both of those years, we had below normal snowfall across the northern tier of the country, as well as above normal temps, and it was also cool and relatively stormy in the south. So in a typical El Nino winter, you tend to get a split flow pattern. So your jet stream in the south is stronger than normal, where your polar jet stream across the north is weaker than normal. So you tend to get cool, stormy conditions in the south and warm and dry conditions in the north.
But the El Nino we can see, and we got a little bit more confidence certainly where that's going to go. But the other players are involved certainly for an eastern winter. What do you think we may see out of those players? I'm talking about the AL and the
that's a great point. So we can't just simply look at ENSO or El Nino and make a winter forecast based on that. It doesn't work that way. There's a lot of other factors involved, and to be honest, we really need a few more months. We need to get into the fall, and then we can sort of digest those other factors. But one thing I think that makes this particular Nino very interesting is you're familiar with the PDO, the Pacific Decadal Oscillation. That's in a very positive phase right now, which means it's really lined up nicely with El Nino. I think that will actually enhance the El Nino effects going forward into this fall and winter. So that's something that we'll have to keep an eye on. A lot of warm water off the west coast of North America right now. So I think that's really going to play a significant role as we head into the winter.
And Dan, what's going to play the most significant role in giving you a headache when trying to forecast this winter?
I think it's going to be the El Nino, all the hype involved with it. It's actually, believe it or not, El Nino is not necessarily a bad thing. If you're in California, it's actually going to be a good thing. So all this talk about big, scary El Nino coming, I don't think that's really going to be the case. This might actually be a good thing economically for the U.S.
All right.
Yeah, Dan, thank you for making those great points. I think Dan makes a great point in talking about El Nino's the Mike Trout of our baseball team, and it sounds like he's talking about the PDO now being the Albert Pujols. So now you've got the number 3 and 4 hitters lined up, but the rest of the team are contributors as well, and they'll eventually define how the winter's going to go.
Everybody plays in the game,
but
some people have a little more say in how the outcome.
And certainly are more prominent hitters.